along our southern border, but some are warning that 24-hour patrols are doing permanent damage to the environment there. Is it possible to balance both concerns? Here now for a fair and balanced debate, Republican Congressman Rob Bishop, who serves on the Natural Resources Committee, and Randy Saraglio from the Center for Biological Diversity. Welcome to you both.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Randy, let me start with you. What kind of damage do you say is being done because of border patrols and security?
Well, the efforts of the border security agencies to do their jobs on the border works a lot better when they work with land managers on the ground to do that job. They benefit from site-specific knowledge. Those land managers know the terrain better than anybody. In some cases, that relationship doesn't work as well as it should. But National Wildlife Refuge along Arizona's border, we see about 8,000 miles of roads that have been blazed through a mostly wilderness area. And, you know, it's a situation where in recent years, the majority of those roads have been caused by the Border Patrol. And they're driving around 15, 20 miles north of the border. They're not on the border stopping people from coming into the United States and protecting that resource. They're driving around 15 or 20 miles away from the border.
All right. So Congressman, is there a way to meet both of these objectives? I mean, to protect us from drug cartels, from smuggling, from all kinds of things, while also protecting the environment?
There obviously is. I mean, the argument that a few hundred Border Patrol agents are causing more damage than the hundreds of thousands of illegals coming across the border, many of whom are the drug cartels, human traffickers. They're the ones that are starting the diversionary fires. They're the ones that are leaving mounds of trash. They're the ones that are cutting down endangered flora and fauna to use as roadblocks. Until we can control the border, we are not going to be able to control the environmental safety of that particular reason. And the Border Patrol simply needs to be able to do their job, which is east-west access. And private property, it's amazing, the Border Patrol is not prohibited from doing their patrolling jobs. It's only on public property owned by the federal government. And because of that,
I would actually disagree with that.
It's still law, but because of that, this is the avenue of choice by the bad guys trying to come in here, and they are destroying the environment. The Border Patrol has got to secure the borders first.
Well, Randy, your chance to respond?
Yeah, the American people don't trust the Department of Homeland Security to operate outside of American law. And the problem with Representative Bishop's approach is he wants to waive environmental protections. And, you know, the people who live along the border deserve the same clean air and clean water that the rest of us benefit from as a result of those laws.
But, Randy, how do you respond to his allegation that people who are coming across the border aren't respecting the environment either? Is that a valid complaint?
Well, there's a lot of foot traffic. There are also 20,000 Border Patrol agents driving vehicles all over fragile desert landscapes. And a lot of other Border Patrol activities do a lot of damage. Homeland Security constructed a wall on the border that not only does it not work to stop people from coming in, but it's done a tremendous amount of damage to both public and private property along the border. Millions of dollars of damage has been done through flooding and erosion. And the reason's clear is because they constructed that wall outside of the purview of oversight, of legal oversight. And Representative Bishop's bill wants to extend that waiver authority to 100 miles inland all over the United States, throughout the United States borders and coast. This approach simply makes no sense whatsoever.
Is that an accurate portrayal of what you're trying to do? And are these agencies operating outside the law, as Randy says they are?
Well, the problem for the Border Patrol in building the fence, which has had its impact for good, is that it was stopped by all sorts of litigation that took place until we waived 36 particular environmental rules, and that allowed it to take place. Once again, the Border Patrol can do its job and is doing a wonderful job on private property areas or where there's state lands. It's only where you have wilderness designation where they are prohibited from doing their job, and that is patrolling east-west. I mean, they have told us privately that more money would be nice, more manpower would be nice, but it's access that prohibits them from doing their jobs. And until we can have that access, we will not control our borders.
All right,
and you are literally getting 250,000 people every year coming through just that Arizona sector.
All right, we have to leave it there. We thank you both for participating in the debate. We know it's not going to be solved today, but Congressman Bishop and Randy Saraglio, we appreciate your joining us.
Thank you for having us.